And we'll be hearing from D.A. along the sideline all game long. On Wednesday, it'll be the Detroit Pistons coming into town. Then on Friday, now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Big Cat. Bottoms is out there with Anderson. Then there's the Miracle Man, and it's D in at the shooting guard position. Scott is out there with the eraser. Then it's Smith. Then there's Doc, and it's Cool Hands in at the point. Two good rebounding teams here tonight, Steve. They rely on second-chance points.
Yeah, great offensive rebounding teams and teams that can put up second-chance opportunities. They control the pace by hitting the glass. So interesting to see who wins that battle.
And, Steve, if nothing else, just more shots, right?
Yes.
They'll just take more FGAs.
More possessions.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And the technical free throw is good. The pass to Doc. Lets it go from 14, and he comes up with the deuce.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Rebound by Smith. Here is Doc. Pass to Cool Hands. Got a piece of it. Here's D. Drills the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here is Doc. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now, he averages about 9 points a game. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the knee.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Doc at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Both good from the line that time. Gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Passes it to Bottoms. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Pass to Anderson. Clock at 6. The shot, no good. Here's the eraser. He had 10 points in the win against Brooklyn. And it's blocked. Here's Bottoms. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. And the rejection by Smith. And the pass to the eraser. Misses off the right eye.
And maybe it's the adrenaline talking, but they're 1 for 4 to start this game. Need to settle down.
Pass to Bottoms. Here's Anderson. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Cool Hands. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Smith on the wing. Over Anderson. And that one hits back iron.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Here's Miracle Man. Hits the three-point bomb.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Here's Cool Hands. Turned in an outstanding game against Brooklyn. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And Smitty, what about the teams that know they're going to be championship caliber contenders? How do they stay motivated early in a season with so many games to play?
You know, it's hard. I think a lot of those guys, they're looking at, I would say now we're talking about load management for those type of teams. They're just trying to make sure their bodies, their minds are ready for that run. But usually those championship teams, they understand, they're motivated by winning. They get it together at the right time.
The first one falls. Mr. Perfect, he's checked in for Big Cat. Both shots good from the stripe. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. The pass to Miracle Man. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Miracle Man's got 5 points so far.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Here's the eraser. No points in the game yet for him. The kick out to Scott. 5 to shoot. From beyond the arc. He can't get that one to fall. Gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Here's Miracle Man. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
Not just selling for something along the perimeter. Excellent job.
Passes it to the eraser. Here is Doc. Pass to Smith. Now Scott. That misses off the backboard. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Yep, that one goes.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
D passes to Bottoms. Here's Mr. Perfect. Anderson outside. Can't cash in from close range. Gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Chalk up 2 there. Doc's got his 2nd basket.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Here's Miracle Man. 20 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
First one falls for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Got a piece of it. Here's the break. And there's the pass to Mr. Perfect. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Porter's checked in for Miracle Man. Miller against Wiggins, and there's the foul. It's on the waiter. That is his first foul of the game. Off the inbound. Shots good by Miller.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Cool Hands. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. From 12 feet out. Smith the pass to Cool Hands. Wiggins with it from deep three-point range. Bairstow pulls it in.
Defensively, it's hard to account for everything. They gambled off him, and it worked.
And that one's good by Porter.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
You know, Smitty, every team at some point faces some locker room turmoil. How tough is it to balance team chemistry?
You know, it's very tough. Sometimes you have those one or two player additions that it just changes the dynamic of your team. Sometimes you lose a leader. He might not be the best player. Then a lot of times guys are playing for contracts, and some guys get a little bit upset because they figure they're playing for their individual success versus team. But when you have that right chemistry, it is beautiful.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. Sitting directly below him, just one spot down. Hart the pass to Cool Hands to end the run, and he lays it up and in. Cool Hands got 5. Gone 3 or 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range. Miller outside. Three-pointer. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Cool Hands. He's got 5. There's the dish to Wiggins. Pass to Cool Hands. Shot clock at 6. From 11 feet away, Smith's shot is good. Smith's got his second bucket tonight.
Attacking the defense with the pass. Don't need to be a hero.
Gone 7 of 15 from the field at this point. Wiggins against Porter. Passes it to Anderson. 6 to shoot. That one doesn't go. Gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Wiggins against Porter. To the inside. Stolen by Anderson. Outside Porter. Pass to Bairstow. 1:25 left to play in the first quarter. Mr. Perfect, the pass to Anderson. Count the basket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Hart. Here's Smith. And it's slammed in by Smith.
And in terms of size, not your typical center. But, man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Now, here's Porter. It's Miller on the wing, covered by Wiggins. The pass to Bairstow. Lets the three fly. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Smith with a wide open look. Scored the basket. His fourth. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight. Gone 4 of 7 from three-point range so far in the first. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Porter, bounce pass. Wiggins against Miller. The teardrop falls in.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Here's Cool Hands. He has 5. Wiggins outside. Puts up a 3. The shot that time, not on target. And so it's the visiting team bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. Back to the action after this word. Thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
Reason why, excellent spacing. They may not stay this hot all game, but hard to bet against them.
Gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. They've got Cool Hands. Scott is out there with Smith. Then it's the Prophet, and it's Wiggins in at the 2-guard spot. They get the rebound. Poked away. Clock at 4. Mr. Perfect, the pass to Miller. It's good from long range. Miller's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Mr. Perfect out there with Big Cat. Then there's B. Then it's Miller, and it's Porter in a point guard. On 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Miller outside. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Porter looking it over. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Hart, and he goes in for the dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. That's his first foul. The erasers checked in for Hart. Here's Bottoms. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Bairstow kicks to Miller. Passes to Miracle Man. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. And 12 points for Miracle Man.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
Wiggins outside. Shot from 12. The shot comes out. Gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Shots good by Miller.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Smith. Here's Cool Hands. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Smith. Here's the eraser. Off target from three-point range. gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Now the pass to Miracle Man. Here's Bottoms. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City.
And not only was he creating for himself, he was setting up teammates with good shots.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Knocked away. Here's Miracle Man in a strong finish with two hands.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverly, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. P.J. Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
Doc, he's checked in for cool hands. Here's Wiggins, and he banks in the layup. Wiggins has got 6 here in this quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Miracle Man, the pass to Bearstein. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a brief look now at who's leading the league in the rebound department. And you take a look at Smith, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, Bottoms.
Guys, we're lucky to get to watch 2 of the league's most outstanding rebounders on the same court here today.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And, Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
The first free throw is good. Smith hits them both. Here's Miracle Man. 14 points for him. Fires for 3, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Pass to Smith. Wiggins outside. Back to Smith. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Bairstow. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And here's Wiggins. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn. Outside, Scott. Just 5 on the clock. A 3-pointer, no good. Gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Here's Miracle Man, covered by Wiggins. And the rejection by Smith. Now here's Wiggins. He's got 6. Passes it to Doc. From deep. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Down low. There's the pass to Miracle Man. Pulls from the top of the key. Rebound by Smith. Gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That's his first foul. Anderson, he's checked in for Bairstow. It's been quite a game for Miracle Man.
He is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down. And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Wiggins. Averaging about 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Now here's Wiggins. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Picked his pocket. Pass to Miracle Man. Good work defensively by Smith.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. The visitors with the ball. Here's Miracle Man. 17 points in the game. He can't get that one. Nice D from Scott. Got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Wiggins dishes to Smith. The eraser passes to Wiggins. Smith on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. To the middle. Here's Bottoms. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make. He is 1 for 4.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Pass to Wiggins. Pass to the eraser. Can they get it? That one, no good.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
Here's Miracle Man. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the pass goes out of bounds, and they'll turn it over.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Miracle Man. 16th in scoring, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And like you were saying, one of the stronger scorers in the league. A tireless worker on the offensive end, and it's no wonder he's top 20 in points. Here's Miracle Man. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. And the pass to Anderson. Shoots over Scott. Anderson's shot is off.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Here's Miracle Man. 19 points in the game. Bottoms, the pass to Miracle Man. Anderson outside. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. Excellent defense there from Smith.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
Pass to Doc. There's the steal. And here we go. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Wiggins outside. Anderson. And so it's the visiting team, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay.
Checking out the visiting team. Kenny, what did you see from them?
They've done a lot of things well, but
And that...
Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Miracle Man having a dominant impact in this.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
They've got Scott. Cool Hands is out there with Doc, and it's Smith, and it's the eraser in at the three. Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that, but I love that they've dropped the number of timeouts to keep the flow of the game. That's what most fans want to see, just the flow of the game continue.
That free throw good from Anderson. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Being 41% for the game. They've got Bottoms. Big can out there with Anderson. Then there's the Miracle Man, and it's D in at the 2. Passes it to Cool Hands. Shot clock at 6. Buried from 15 feet out. Cool Hands got 7 points.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Shot from 12. The shot, no good.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Here's Big Cat. For the 3. The offensive rebound.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
Controlling the glass helps them maximize their number of possessions. He's done everything he can do to help them in that area.
Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
90 seconds now into the second half. Miracle Man, the pass to Bottoms. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Cool Hands. 7 points in the game. For 3, Smith. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8. Gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Miracle Man, the pass to Bottoms. Six to shoot. The feed now to Anderson. The pass to Bottoms. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Bottoms got 6. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Cool Hands passes to Smith. Here is Doc. Releases. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He's got 10.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Here's Miracle Man. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Here's Cool Hands. The layup off target.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Here's Miracle Man. He's got 19. Anderson trying to free himself up. Nice D from Scott. Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there is always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Pass to Anderson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others. It's hard to disagree with the timeout here as the team badly needs to regain focus. They're out of sync offensively, way too many turnovers and looking frustrated. They need to get back to their pace, their brand of basketball.
Oh, he's checked in for Doc.
And a moment here to look at some of the stats for Cool Hands. 8th in scoring, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. Here's Hart. Here's the eraser. Pass to Cool Hands. Puts it up. Offensive rebound. Smith, no luck. Gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And here's Miller outside. Misses the mark. His 3rd miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Cool Hands passes to Smith. Here's Cool Hands. 7 points in the game. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. He's made all 3 of his free throws so far.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
And the first one drops. Wiggins is checked in for the eraser. He hits both from the stripe. Gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Passes it to Miller. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Outside, Scott. Inside. Here's Bairstow. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Those defenders just looked a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. Doc, he's checked in for Hart.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And there's the pass to Doc. To the paint. Here's Smith. And then Smith with the dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
Now, here's Porter. Pass to Big Cat. Clock at 6. Here's Miller. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's his first trip to the line.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Passes to Cool Hands. Makes it off the glass. Cool Hands got 6 points in the quarter.
This is what the analytics prefer. Shots at the rim or from 3.
Porter kicks to Bairstow. The pass to Big Cat. Outside Porter. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Big Cat, the pass to Mr. Perfect. Excellent defense there from Smith.
He liked to have that one back. That's easy money.
And the layup's good off the glass. Cool Hands got 13.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taken advantage of what the defense allows.
Gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Miller outside. Back to Porter. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Porter's got his second bucket.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Wiggins outside. Smith outside. Here's Cool Hands, guarded by Porter. Scott kicks to Wiggins. 4 on the shot clock. No good with the elbow jumper.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Here's Mr. Perfect, defended by Scott. Mr. Perfect, the pass to Porter. From the low block. That shot, no good.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Miller with the double team. Doc the pass to Scott. They get a hand on it, and it ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Scott. He's putting up 6 points a night, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
No good on the quick 3.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
Now, here is Miller. He's got 13. And the rejection by Smith. Moves back up. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And they pick up 2. 15 points for Cool Hands.
They're still behind, but not because of his efforts. He's been unbelievable this quarter.
And there's the foul. It's on the waiter. That'll be his second foul of the game. Anderson, he's checked in for Big Cat. Seconds left to play in the third. Inside. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
That free throw good from Miller. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Cool Hands, guarded by Porter. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the third. 5 on the clock. Cool Hands passes to Doc. Banked in off the glass. Doc's got 14 points for the game.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And so it's the visiting team. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Right back after this break. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Smith is out there with Scott. And there's Doc. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Cool Hands in at the point. The erasers checked in for Doc. The visitors on defense. At one point, they led by 16. 6 on the shot clock. Outside, Scott. Smith trying to break loose. Scott, good. Scott's got his first 2 points of the night.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Porter passes to Bottoms. No good on the shot. Pass to Cool Hands. Wide open. That's no good. He is 5 of 11 shooting from the field for the game. Outside, Porter. Pass to Mr. Perfect. Knocks it loose. The shot. The jumper's good from inside 6 feet. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Cool Hands, guarded by Porter. The pass to Cool Hands. They get it back. Here's the eraser. Back to Smith. On the wing, Wiggins. It's tipped. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Miracle Man, he's checked in for Porter. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's Miracle Man, and the rejection by Smith. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one. Miller kicks to Anderson. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
That's how you set the table, and everybody gets to eat.
D, he's checked in for Miller.
One shot.
Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Cool hands passes to Wiggins. Fires it up. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Miracle Man, and he uses the glass on the layup. Miracle Man's got 24.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Shot clock at 5, and the shot goes in.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
Gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Pass to D. He dishes it to Anderson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Cool hands passes to Smith. That's another rebound.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational. Just 4 to shoot. Here's the eraser. Offline from the high post.
Missed opportunity. It's a makeable shot for him. He just can't get it to go.
Passes it to Miracle Man. Here's Bottoms. Now the pass to Mr. Perfect. Pass to Miracle Man. Buries the long-range jumper. Miracle Man's got 8 points in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Passes it to Cool Hands. Lays it up off the glass. Cool Hands got 14 points here in the second half.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Here's Bottoms.
At the line. B. At the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Big Cat, he's checked in for Mr. Perfect. And the second free throw, good. The pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Pass to Scott. Here's the eraser. The three connects from three-point range. 22 points for Cool Hands.
Something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Here's Miracle Man, defended by Scott. And stolen by Scott. Now here's Wiggins. Tight defense on him. Smith left side. To the inside. Cool Hands. Misses from short range.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Miracle Man, the pass to Bottoms. Here's Big Cat. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Miracle Man. Three-pointer. They get it back. Here's Big Cat. Plays it up and banks it in.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's the eraser. Here's Scott. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Here's Miracle Man, defended by Scott. Here's Anderson. Here's Bottoms, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And he makes the first. Doc, he's checked in for Wiggins. Good on both. Here's Cool Hands. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunities.
Here's Miracle Man. It's taken away by Smith. Here is Doc. Pass to Cool Hands. And it's off from three-point range.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
D passes to Miracle Man. Count it. Good. Miracle Man's got 29 in the game.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Here's Cool Hands. Yep, that one goes in there.
Trying to slice into this deficit every time up the floor. Terrific quarter for him.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Miracle Man.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And they were in danger of losing back-to-back games before he stepped to the forefront here tonight. This was not a game he was going to let get away from him. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Cool Hands passes to Smith. Here's Cool Hands. Passes it to the eraser. Here's Cool Hands. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And count it from 19 feet away. Cool Hands got 13 points in just this quarter. Gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Here's Miracle Man. And there's the pass to Bottoms. No good with the triple. 47%, pretty solid. From outside the arc, gets it to go from beyond the arc. 31 points for Cool Hands.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Here's Miracle Man. Pass to Bottoms. Here's Miracle Man. From downtown. No good that time.
A bit of pride at stake. Trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Back to Scott. Flying his work from deep. A three-pointer is right on target. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And just miss after miss right now.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And you know, technically, it's a high percentage look, but this is why we play the game.
Here's Miracle Man. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K...